You know, there's something truly special about this stage of life. You've worked hard, raised families, maybe even traveled a bit, but now, retirement is your time. And yet, sometimes, it doesn't feel quite the way you imagined. Maybe you've noticed your energy isn't what it used to be, or that little aches and pains show up uninvited. Or perhaps you've wondered if there's more you could be doing to make these years truly fulfilling. Well, I'm here to tell you, there absolutely is. Retirement isn't just about slowing down, it's about living with purpose, joy, and good health. And the best part? It's never too late to make small changes that lead to big rewards. So today, let's talk about 5 life wisdoms, simple but powerful habits that can help you enjoy a happier, healthier retirement. These aren't complicated rules or strict regimens. They're gentle shifts in how you think and live, things you can start today without feeling overwhelmed. Now, the first wisdom is one you've probably heard before, but it's so important that it's worth repeating. Stay active, but listen to your body. You don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights to stay healthy. In fact, pushing yourself too hard can do more harm than good. But movement? That's non-negotiable. A daily walk, some light stretching, even dancing to your favorite old tunes, these keep your muscles strong, your heart healthy, and your mind sharp. Think about it like this, your body is like a car. If it sits too long without moving, things start to stiffen up. But if you take it for a gentle drive regularly, it stays in good shape. The key is finding what feels good for you. Maybe it's a morning stroll in the park or a water aerobics class with friends. The goal isn't to compete, it's to keep enjoying the freedom of movement for as long as possible. Now, the second wisdom ties right into this: nourish your body with kindness. As we get older, our appetites and digestion can change, and that's okay. But instead of focusing on strict diets or denying yourself the foods you love, think about adding more good things to your plate. A colorful salad with lunch, a handful of nuts for a snack, or an extra glass of water throughout the day, these small choices add up. And here's something important: food isn't just fuel. It's joy. It's memories. So if you love a slice of pie now and then, enjoy it. The secret is balance. Fill most of your plate with foods that make you feel good, and leave room for the treats that make you smile. Which brings us to the third wisdom: cultivate gratitude every single day. This might sound simple, but it's one of the most powerful habits you can develop. Retirement can sometimes feel lonely or uncertain, especially if you've lost loved ones or your daily routine has changed. But taking just a few minutes each day to reflect on what's good in your life can shift your entire outlook. Maybe it's the warmth of the sun on your face, a phone call from a grandchild, or the fact that you woke up feeling rested. These little moments are the building blocks of happiness. Try keeping a gratitude journal, or simply take a quiet moment with your morning coffee to think of 3 things you're thankful for. Over time, you'll start noticing more and more reasons to smile. Now, we've covered 3 important wisdoms so far: staying active, nourishing your body with kindness, and cultivating gratitude. But there are 2 more that can truly transform your retirement years, and we'll dive into those next. Because this stage of life isn't about winding down, it's about living fully, wisely, and with joy. And you deserve every bit of that. So let's keep going, and I'll share the next steps to making these your best years yet. You know, one of the most beautiful things about getting older is the perspective we gain. We've seen life's ups and downs, learned hard lessons, and collected memories that shape who we are. But sometimes, in the quiet moments, we might wonder, am I making the most of the time I have left? That's where these life wisdoms come in. They're not about adding more to your to-do list, they're about simplifying, savoring, and truly thriving in this chapter. So let's pick up where we left off and explore the next 2 habits that can make all the difference. The fourth wisdom is this: stay connected, but on your own terms. Humans are wired for connection. It's what keeps our hearts light and our minds sharp. But here's the thing: as we age, our social circles often shrink. Friends move away, family gets busy, and it's easy to feel a little isolated. The key is to be intentional about staying close to the people who matter most, and not being afraid to seek out new connections, too. Maybe it's joining a book club at the local library, having a weekly coffee date with a neighbor, or finally learning how to video call your grandkids. Even small interactions, a chat with the cashier at the grocery store, a wave to the mail carrier, can lift your spirits. And if you've lost touch with someone you miss, reach out. You might be surprised how much it means to them, too. But here's the other side of this wisdom: it's okay to set boundaries. You don't have to say yes to every family gathering or social event if it drains you. Retirement is your time to choose what fills your cup. Surround yourself with people who make you laugh, support you, and remind you that life is still full of good things. Now, the fifth wisdom is one that often gets overlooked, but it's just as important as the rest: keep learning and growing. Somewhere along the way, society started acting like curiosity has an expiration date, but that's simply not true. Your brain is capable of amazing things at any age, and giving it new challenges keeps it strong. Plus, learning something new adds excitement and purpose to your days. This doesn't mean you need to go back to school, unless you want to. It could be as simple as picking up a book on a topic you've always wondered about, trying a new recipe from a different culture, or even learning to use a smartphone app that connects you to old friends. Maybe you've always wanted to paint, garden, or play an instrument. Now's the time. The goal isn't to be perfect, it's to enjoy the process. Think of your mind like a muscle. If you don't use it, it weakens. But when you gently stretch it with new ideas and experiences, it stays nimble and strong. And who knows? You might discover a passion you never knew you had. Now, we've covered 4 essential wisdoms: moving your body, nourishing yourself with kindness, practicing gratitude, staying connected, and keeping your mind active. But there's one more that ties everything together, and it might just be the most important of all. This last wisdom is about embracing the freedom you've earned and using it to create a life that feels rich, meaningful, and uniquely yours. Because retirement isn't just an ending, it's a new beginning, full of possibilities. And I can't wait to share how you can make the very most of it. So let's keep going, and I'll show you how to put all these pieces together for a retirement that's not just happy and healthy, but truly fulfilling. After all, you've spent decades caring for others, now it's your turn. You know, when we're young, we spend so much time chasing success, deadlines, the next big milestone. But now you've arrived at a rare and precious gift: the freedom to design your days around what truly matters. No more racing. No more proving yourself. Just living. And that brings us to our fifth and final wisdom, the one that ties all the others together: embrace the art of slowing down. Now, I don't mean slowing down in the way society sometimes assumes, like life after 60 is just about sitting in a rocking chair watching the world go by. Not at all. This is about savoring. About trading the frantic rush of earlier years for the deep pleasure of being fully present. It's the difference between eating a meal while distracted and truly tasting every bite. Between walking just to get somewhere and walking to feel the breeze, notice the flowers, hear the birds. This wisdom might be the hardest for some of us, especially if you spent decades in go-go-go mode. But here's the beautiful secret: when you slow down, you don't miss out, you actually experience more. That cup of tea in the morning? It becomes a quiet ritual rather than something you gulp down. A conversation with an old friend? You're not watching the clock, you're soaking in every story, every laugh. Try this today. Pick one ordinary moment, making your breakfast, looking out the window, even folding laundry, and do it with your full attention. Notice the textures, the smells, the memories that surface. That's where the magic of this stage of life lives, in the ordinary moments we finally have time to appreciate. Now, let's take a step back and weave all 5 wisdoms together, because they work best when combined. You move your body gently but consistently, not to punish yourself, but to celebrate what it can still do. You feed yourself with both nourishment and joy, never treating food as the enemy. You practice gratitude until it becomes second nature, training your eyes to spot the good even on tough days. You nurture connections that fill your soul, and you keep your mind dancing with new ideas. And through it all, you move through your days at a pace that lets you actually taste life instead of gulping it down. That's the recipe for a retirement that doesn't just look good on paper, it feels good in your bones. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought: you've earned this chapter. After decades of responsibilities, of putting others first, of checking items off endless lists, this is your time. Not to fade into the background, but to shine in your own way. Maybe that means finally writing those memoirs only your grandchildren will read. Or spending Tuesday afternoons in the garden getting dirt under your nails. Or simply feeling at peace with the life you've built and the person you've become. So tell me in the comments, which of these wisdoms resonates most with you? Have you already discovered the joy of slowing down, or are you just starting to explore what that looks like? Your stories inspire me, and they'll inspire others watching too. If this video brought you some value today, do me a favor and hit that like button. It helps these messages reach more wonderful people like you. And if you're not subscribed yet, well, consider this your invitation to our little community where we celebrate aging with grace, humor, and plenty of practical wisdom. From my heart to yours, here's to your happiest, healthiest years ahead. Not just adding years to your life, but life to your years. Now go enjoy that beautiful day waiting for you out there. You've got this.